And, there was a repo market crash. All these crashes were happening. But the average person without financial education, unlike you and myself, has no idea what's going on. And going a long way back in 1965, I read this book here called The Communist Manifesto. It's only like 50 pages, but it's one of the most influential books in history. I hope someday I can write a book as powerful as this one. But the Communist Manifesto is the manifesto of academics. And I hate to say that because that's the story of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So I went to military school in New York, and my economics teacher had me read this book here. And I go, why are we studying him when we studied Keynes or, Malthus or those guys or Ricardo? He says, because this guy here, Marx and Engels, they're the most powerful economists in the world. So in 1965, I was 18 years old in New York City. I came from Hawaii all the way to New York to read this book here. And I go, holy Jesus, my family are communists. Now, it doesn't mean they're bad people, Brian. This is where I get my ass in trouble. You call somebody a communist, and I'm a Marine too. Marines, you don't take the word communist lightly because you shoot them. So I spent two tours in Vietnam as a Marine pilot. And so when I read this book here, I went, oh my God, communism is like Christianity or Buddhism or Mormonism, whatever you want to call it. It's communism or economics is an economic religion. If you can understand that. So when I read this book here, it's only like 50 pages. I'm like, oh my God, my family communists. That's like saying, oh my God, I just found out my family are Mormons. Do you know what I mean? And you know how goofy it is here in America is my friends are Mormons, but they're treated like they're communists. So that's human nature, what I'm getting at, Brian. You know what I mean? If somebody is unlike you, we tend to want to kill them. So I read this book here and I went, oh my God, what's happening? We're teaching communism to our kids. So let me just read one, what Marx says. The abolition, the number one aim of communism is the abolition of private property. Okay, that's number one. Number two was taxation. A heavy or progressive income tax is necessary for the spread of communism. So I watch what person does, not what they say. So this guy, Joe Biden right now, he just hired 87,000 new IRS internal revenues agents. That man, by his actions, maybe not in his, I don't think he's got a mind left anyway, but anyway, he and I are the same age, and I act like him sometimes. But anyway, he hired 87,000 new IRS internal revenue agents. They're going after our money via communism. But the average American doesn't know that because they think, oh, I must pay my taxes. But if you look at history, and you and I are both Americans, America was founded as a tax-free nation.
Yeah.
It was called the Boston Tea Party, was that 1773? That was the foundation of America. And then these Nazis, communists, fascists get in there and they start teaching, oh, you should pay your taxes. I'm going, that's not what the Constitution says. Do you know what I mean? And so our problem, Brian, is in education. So that's why I wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I don't hate my family. I respect them. Like my sister is a Buddhist nun. She could try to convert me to Buddhism, but as I'm a Marine, we kill Buddhists, unfortunately. But, we all come from different philosophies. And I think the word that's missing today is respect for other people's philosophies, but also is a respect for our education. What are our schools teaching kids today?
Yeah.
Wokeism, gender identity, is us, but no, what the heck are we teaching?
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter? Well, what about all lives matter? Why don't we teach them that?
Small ebook, big impact, the wealth tree. The only 4 ways that will make you financially free forever. Download it here for free.